also the latest severe thunderstorm watch. But right now, we want to get to Kevin Saunders, who's standing by. He's kind enough to join us from Rockwall, Texas. He was out chasing storms. And Kevin, first off, thank you very much for joining us. And can you explain what you've seen throughout the course of the day? How has the day played out for you, and what are you doing right now?
Oh, thanks for having me. Basically, I started the day off in Sherman, Texas, and the storms fired up to our west, moved across the area, and it was one of the strongest squall lines that I've seen come through this area in quite some time now.
And Kevin, we're looking at your video right now. Will you explain some of the video that you shot here? We've seen, it looks like trees down, structures down. How extensive was some of this damage as we look at your video?
We had quite a bit of damage here in the Rockwall area. Lots of metal buildings with the roofs torn off and the walls collapsed. Several homes with the shingles ripped off, fences down, power lines, trees. I mean, it was. We had a little bit of everything going on today.
And Kevin, where were you when the storm was actually going through?
I was actually on the move most of the time, trying to stay out ahead of the storm, and just tracking it as it moved across the area. So like I said, I started in the northern area and worked my way back down into Rockwall. And by the time I got to the Rockwall area, it had moved through, and that's when we started seeing all the damage that it caused.
And how long have you been following and chasing storms? You said this is some of the most extensive you've seen, some of the most extensive damage?
Yeah, this is my third year chasing storms, but I've lived in the Dallas area my entire life. And, growing up in this area, you see your fair share of severe weather. And this is some pretty strong winds that I haven't seen here in a while.
Now, as you said, you're from this area, from the Dallas area. What are your friends and family saying about this event, these storms that came through?
From what I can see is, everybody's... it was a big storm. I actually took damage to my own home here in Rockwall. I had my fence blown down. Trash cans were thrown out into the street. Several of my neighbors, I've noticed the same thing. And I think we also had a couple chimneys that were down in our area here.
All right, Kevin Saunders, Storm Chaser, Rockwall, Texas. We certainly appreciate your time and sharing your video with us. Take care. We do appreciate the storm chasers that are out there. They give us the first-hand reports of what happened. So now we can show you that video that explain what could be heading your way. So we want to go right now to Storm Tracker Jim Cantori. Are you ready to go, Jim?
I am.
Okay.
I am
So looking at this tornado warning near Little